All right, this is Bri Lewerke with D1 Gridiron. I'm sitting down here with Johnny Jordan from Gonzaga High School. He's a senior offensive lineman here. So first of all, tell me a little bit about how the season's been going so far.
It's been going well. We started off, not the way we wanted to, but since then we've been able to play, play well. We're on a 5-game win streak. We're playing pretty well right now. We're pretty excited.
So you said it didn't start out the way you wanted to. You took a loss in your first game against McDonald's. So tell me how you guys bounced back from that and how you guys are going to keep winning now.
We just learned from the film. There was a lot to learn from that. So just learn from your mistakes and then correcting them the next week and being able to execute like we didn't do week one and the weeks after that.
So you guys got a huge game tomorrow against DeMatha. Tell me what it's going to take to pull out a win against them.
We just got to execute and all three facets of the game: offense, defense, special teams. That's going to be huge. And just play our ball, play Gonzaga football. That's what we got to do the little things really right.
So you guys also beat Georgetown Prep earlier this year. That's a huge rivalry. You guys have beaten them 5 times in a row. So what do you got to contribute to that? And then tell me a little bit about the rivalries in the D.C. area and how big of a deal that is for you guys.
Yeah, the Prep victory was huge. We made a big comeback in that, and we just stuck together as a team. That was the biggest thing. We never lost hope in that game and knew that the whole time we were going to be able to pull it out at the end. The D.C. rivalry there's nothing like it. We kind of all grow up together in the same area playing football against each other. So when you move on to play high school ball, you know these guys from when you were little, so it's kind of cool to be able to play them and just know that this game means a lot more than what you're playing for.
So you guys, last year when you played DeMatha, it was aired on ESPN and you guys pulled out the win. Tell me a little bit about how cool of an experience that was.
That was great. We were kind of the major underdogs going to that one, but we didn't think we were. We knew that we expected that we were going to go in and get the victory in their house. That was big, and just being able to experience that with my teammates, my brothers, it was an awesome experience. I loved it.
So you guys are an underdog for this game too. Actually, I've seen places that are predicting DeMatha to win. So does that make you play with a chip on your shoulder when you're out there, knowing that you're ranked as heading in there ranked as like to lose?
We always play with a chip on our shoulder. We're never really paying attention to what the media and stuff are saying. We just know that we got to go out and execute and play our game.
So what are your biggest strengths and weaknesses as a player?
As a player, I think one of my biggest strengths is my strength. I like to think I'm a pretty strong guy and that I'm able to move large. I'm able to move people off the ball and create movement on the offensive line. I'd say one of the weaknesses, something I can't control, is just like my arm length, I guess. I got shorter arms, so when guys they got long arms, they like to try to lock me up. Then I just got to have active hands to keep the feet moving.
So who do you think is the biggest leader on the team, and then who pushes you most while you're out on the field?
Our team's full of leaders. I like to think all our seniors and just everyone on the team is all leaders. That's what Coach T approaches. We all have to lead, no matter whether we're freshman, junior, sophomore, senior, anybody. We just gotta step up and lead. And what was the second part of the question? I'm sorry.
It's all right. You're good. Tell me what it's like playing under Coach T on that subject.
It's awesome, and Coach T is a great coach. He's had a lot of experience at all levels of the game, high school and college. He brings a lot of knowledge to the game, a lot of intensity, a lot of passion.
So growing up, did you always play football, and were you always offensive lineman, or where did this start? Did you play other sports? Did your siblings play? What's your story?
Well, up until I didn't start playing football until about 5th grade, so I was like 11 when I started, and so I wasn't haven't been playing, so I was like 4, like some of these guys. But no, I really wanted to be a basketball player. That was like my dream. I want to play in the NBA. But then, I came to Gonzaga, saw, what football could do, realized, probably wasn't built for WCAC basketball. So I'm like, I'll just focus all of it to football. And then it just kind of took off from there. I just started working hard and knew that, if I was on the right path, I'd be good.
Cool. So you guys aren't playing in the state championship this year, or state playoffs this year. How do you feel about that?
It's definitely disappointing. We're not going to be able to defend our 2-time state title, but we just got to. That's just less time we have together as a team. So we just got to embrace and love each other every moment we're out there.
So you committed to Maryland earlier this year. What was the biggest deciding factor that went into choosing going to school there?
There were a lot. One of the biggest ones was just the guys I know that are going there. I know a lot of the guys that are already committed there, and so I know that how they are as players, how they are as people, and the relationships that we have. That was big. And also, I really like the coach there. I had a great relationship with Coach Durkin and Coach Borbley, the online coach, Coach Raheem, the DMV recruiter. So just relationships with their coaches and the players committed there in my class.
So do you have any favorite NFL college players or teams?
I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan from the day I was born, and obviously Maryland Terrapins are a team I root for in college. But in terms of players in the NFL, probably Marquise Pouncey, the Steelers. He's a really good center, along with Travis Frederick, Zach Martin on the Cowboys. Those are probably three of my favorite players.
All right, so if you could eat dinner with one person, dead or alive, who would it be?
Probably Muhammad Ali. That guy, from what I obviously didn't get to see him fight, see him in his prime, but from what videos I've watched, things I've read about him, he seems like a guy that could just really drop some knowledge on you in terms of being able to succeed on the field, on or off the ring, the field, just being able to succeed in all facets of life.
So tell me your favorite part about attending Gonzaga in general as a high school.
It's a great place. It's so unique. We're the only school. We're 3 blocks from the Capitol. That's really cool. And just it's a real brotherhood here. Everyone. There's really not that many, just individual groups of guys. Everyone loves each other. Everyone supports each other, and everyone wants to see their brothers succeed.
Cool. And last question for you. Tell me something that people would be surprised to know about you, like any interesting hobbies, any weird music listening, anything you got.
I play rugby in the spring. That's kind of unique, I guess.
That's cool. That's cool. All right. This is Bri Lewerke with D1 Gridiron here with Johnny Jordan from Gonzaga High School.